Yankees fans! Last night's game was another punch to the gut in what's becoming a worrisome trend for the Bronx Bombers. The series against the Cincinnati Reds ended not just in defeat, but in the kind of collapse that sticks with you. Final score 5-4 in favor of the Reds. That result doesn't just sting, it tells a story of missed chances, unraveling momentum, and a growing sense that something just isn't clicking when it needs to. Let's be honest, watching the Yankees over the past few weeks has felt like a roller coaster with more drops than climbs. After last night, the team has now lost 9 of its last 12 games, a run that raises eyebrows even among the most loyal supporters. This isn't just a cold streak, it's turning into a genuine cause for concern, especially considering the high expectations placed on this roster. It's not just that they're losing, it's how they're losing. Blown leads, shaky bullpen performances, and wasted offensive opportunities are becoming way too familiar. And yet, the game started with promise. Both teams came out with sharp energy, and the Yankees looked like they had something to prove. On the mound for the Reds was a name that's starting to gain real traction: rookie pitcher Chase Burns, the second overall pick from last year's draft. This kid showed exactly why scouts are hyped about him. His fastball-slider combo was electric, slicing through the Yankees lineup and shutting down the first 5 batters he faced, including none other than Aaron Judge. For a moment, it felt like we were watching the birth of a new ace right there in Great American Ballpark. Still, the Yankees didn't fold. Jazz Chisholm Jr. was one of the few who seemed unfazed by Burns early on, going 2-4 against the rookie and offering a spark of hope. Once the lineup got a few looks, things started to shift. Then Rice stepped up and delivered. Judge followed with a single, and Jazz added another hit to his tally. Then came Anthony Volpe, who lined a shot to center that barely escaped a diving attempt from T.J. Friedel. That near catch turned into a 3-run play, flipping the energy in the stadium. The Yankees were up by 3, and for a brief stretch, it felt like they might finally snap out of their funk. On the mound for New York, Carlos Rodon answered the call. No, he wasn't flashy like Burns, but he was steady and effective. He didn't give up a single run over 6 strong innings and kept the Reds quiet, allowing just 1 runner to reach scoring position all night. It wasn't just Rodon stuff, it was his poise, his ability to get out of innings cleanly, and the support behind him, including some solid work from Paul Goldschmidt at first base. It was the kind of start the Yankees needed, especially given the recent struggles from the rotation. But if you've been following this team lately, you know nothing is safe. When Rodon handed the ball off to the bullpen, that 3-run cushion didn't last. Jonathan Loaisiga took over, and things unraveled quickly. The Reds loaded the bases, and Christian Encarnacion Strand came through in the clutch. Just like that, the lead vanished. It was as if all the progress made through those early innings had been erased in a matter of pitches, and it didn't stop there. Tension rose, emotions boiled, and then came a twist that added more chaos to an already wild night. Jazz Chisholm Jr., one of the Yankees' most energetic players that evening, found himself ejected in the 9th inning after a heated exchange with home plate umpire Mark Wegner, according to Jazz. It all started with a strike call he didn't agree with. He said he was venting to himself, not directing anything at the umpire, but Wegner apparently didn't see it that way. Jazz asked why the umpire was staring him down, and before he knew it, he was tossed. Just like that, no warning, no visible outburst, just an ejection that felt completely avoidable and, frankly, unnecessary. Losing Jazz in that moment wasn't just symbolic, it had real consequences. With him gone, Oswaldo Peraza had to shift to third, and DJ LeMahieu stepped in at second. That shuffle may not seem huge on paper, but in a game this close, every move matters. Fast forward to the 10th inning, and the Yankees had a golden opportunity. The bases were loaded, the pressure was on, and Ben Rice had worked a great at-bat to draw a walk. But when it came time for Judge to deliver the knockout blow, he popped out. Opportunity lost. It's hard not to feel the weight of that moment. A rally that could have redefined the game fizzled out, and the window of momentum slammed shut. In the bottom half of the inning, Mark Leiter Jr. held the Reds at bay, but the pressure only grew. When the 11th rolled round, the Yankees put Judge on third with just 1 out thanks to a sharp line out from Cody Bellinger. But once again, the big hit never came. Judge popped out again, and the inning ended with backup catcher J.C. Escarra stranded, representing the winning run 90 feet from home. That kind of misfire sums up what's been happening lately. It's not that the Yankees aren't creating chances, they are, but when those moments come, the execution just isn't there. And when you fail to capitalize, games slip away. That's exactly what happened. The Reds clawed their way back in the bottom of the 11th with gritty, opportunistic baseball. Ellie De La Cruz used his speed to turn an infield grounder into a single. Spencer Steer brought the game level again, and a wild pitch moved runners into scoring position. The pressure built to a breaking point, and when Gavin Lux stepped in, the Reds formed a 5-man infield. It didn't matter. The game was over, and once again, the Yankees had nothing to show for their effort. That loss dropped their record in extra inning games this season to 1 win and 6 losses. Let that sink in for a second. In games that go beyond regulation, they're folding. Whether it's fatigue, bullpen management, or just a lack of timely hits, the Yankees aren't finishing games. That's not a stat you can sweep under the rug. It's a red flag, and with the Rays nipping at their heels, the pressure is only intensifying. After Tampa Bay beat the Royals last night, the Yankees' lead in the division shrank to a single game. That's a dangerously thin margin considering the resources this team has compared to their rivals. The Yankees' payroll this season sits just shy of $300 million. The Rays, $79 million. The Reds, $115 million. And yet, somehow, those teams are winning just as many games, sometimes more. Fans are noticing. Social media is buzzing with frustration, with some even calling out team management and ownership for not delivering results that match the investment. This isn't just about one bad game or a few cold bats. It's about a pattern of inconsistency, of games slipping through fingers, and of a team that should be dominating but instead finds itself scraping by, barely hanging onto the top of the standings. The margin for error is shrinking, and the calls for urgency are getting louder. Looking ahead, the Yankees will turn to Max Fried to try to stop the bleeding in the series finale. It'll be at 7:10 p.m. Eastern, and for the third time this month, Fried will be asked to play the role of savior. On the other side, the Reds are sending Brady Singer to the hill, and given how things are going, they'll be smelling a sweep if they manage to pull it off. It would be the second consecutive season Cincinnati sweeps New York at home. That's not just a stat, it's a statement. At this point, every game matters, every inning counts. The Yankees can't afford to keep letting winnable games get away from them. Whether it's rethinking bullpen strategy, adjusting the lineup, or simply finding that intangible edge, something has to change. And fast. After the dust settled from Jazz Chisholm Jr.'s ejection and the Yankees' missed chances in extra innings, the frustration carried over into the post-game atmosphere. It wasn't just a loss, it felt like a slow-motion unraveling of a team that, on paper, should be contending for dominance, not scraping by with avoidable losses. The tension in the dugout, the dejected looks, the empty stares, it all said more than any stat sheet could. These aren't just isolated incidents. They're symptoms of something deeper, and fans are starting to sense it. Jazz, speaking briefly after the game before heading out of the clubhouse, didn't hold back. He made it clear he didn't understand the decision behind the ejection. His exact words were calm, but you could hear the disappointment behind them. He said, "I was talking to myself. I didn't say anything to him. I just looked down and said, 'That's a bad call.' And then I looked up and saw him staring at me. I asked, 'Why are you staring at me?' And he threw me out." For a player who brings energy and fire to the field, being taken out of a tight game like that for such a soft exchange only added to the drama. And that drama bled into the Yankees' performance when they needed everyone locked in. You can't ignore how moments like that affect the rhythm of a team. When your leadoff man, who's having a solid night, gets tossed in a one-run game, it changes everything. You're shuffling infield positions, moving pieces around defensively. And mentally, players are rattled. That edge you need to win close games starts to dull. There's no advanced metric for momentum, but anyone watching could see it swing away from the Yankees after Jazz left the field. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers are stirring in the baseball world as the New York Yankees reportedly consider a strategic shakeup to bolster their offense. With a surprising twist, sources close to the organization hint that the Yankees might bring in Luis ARRAEZ, a player renowned for his exceptional contact hitting skills, to lead what could become the league's most formidable contact offense. Although nothing is confirmed yet, the buzz suggests this potential move could represent a significant adjustment in the team's approach, especially as they look to refine their bullpen dynamics and offensive balance. Luis ARRAEZ, known for His remarkable ability to consistently make contact and maintain a high batting average has been a standout figure in recent seasons. His approach at the plate emphasizes putting the ball in play, which contrasts with the power-hitting philosophy that often dominates modern baseball. The Yankees, who traditionally rely heavily on their power hitters, might be eyeing ARRAEZ's unique skill set to diversify their offensive strategy and keep opposing pitchers on their toes. The rumor mill hints that ARRAEZ's presence could lead to an increase in on-base opportunities and sustained rallies, something the Yankees coaching staff is reportedly eager to explore. The timing of this potential acquisition is also raising eyebrows. The Yankees' bullpen has been a point of focus lately, with the team seeking ways to stabilize late-inning pitching. Adding ARRAEZ to the lineup might be part of a broader plan to ease pressure on the bullpen by generating more consistent offensive output early in games. If ARRAEZ can lead an offense centered around contact hitting, it could result in longer innings and fewer quick outs, which in turn allows the Yankees to manage their bullpen arms more strategically. Of course, integrating a contact hitter like ARRAEZ into the Yankees lineup, famous for its slugging power, is a bold proposition. Yet, insiders suggest that the front office is open to innovative ideas as they seek to outmaneuver Riva LS in a highly competitive league. The possibility that the Yankees could shift from a purely power-driven approach to one that embraces the art of contact hitting has sparked intrigue among fans and analysts alike. While the deal has not been finalized, the speculation alone is enough to stir excitement. If the Yankees do bring Luis ARRAEZ aboard, it could signal a new era for the team's offensive philosophy. Blending power with precision contact, fans are watching closely, waiting to see if this whispered plan materializes and how it might impact the Yankees' pursuit of another championship. As the rumor gains traction, one thing is clear: the Yankees are exploring every avenue to strengthen their roster, and Luis ARRAEZ could be the unexpected key to leading a contact-heavy offense that changes the game. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.